Hi guys, my name is Arsen and welcome. In this video, I would like to talk to you about Turnout. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of videos about Turnout, how to improve it, how to make it better. But I'm gonna tell you about really in depth about Turnout because I myself had actually difficulty with the Turnout from the beginning. Now, when you don't have a problem yourself, you really don't know the solution. And the solution is, check it out. So let's talk about Turnout. Turnout comes different ways. Some people flexible and they have a good turnout naturally, and some people don't have good flexibility or turnout natural. Now, the person who have good turnout and natural, there's two things that they have. The muscles are flexible. They have a very good specific muscles. I'm not going to get into the depth, but certain muscles for a turnout, they're flexible. They have a good butterflies. And people who don't have it, they don't have those muscles or flexibility. Okay. Now, the person who has the turnout, their bone structure is set certain way that they actually can rotate much easily in the hips. Now, the person who does not have the flexibility or turnout, it's probably, besides their flexibility, it's their bone structure is not set properly, or it's letting the bones not letting them to open up the legs all the way. So if you're thinking as a left side, you have problems with the bones that they're not letting you to turn out enough for you to execute classical ballet, I would always think about different career. Like, let's say if you want to be a contemporary dancer or ballroom dancer, it's not required. You know what I'm talking about. You still can do ballet, but you cannot go professionally and become great in classical ballet. It's like, maybe it's a weird example, but if you want to be a runner and you don't have legs, you can't be a runner. So the turnout in classical ballet almost the same. Okay. In terms of turnout, how do you improve it? First of all, you have to work on your turnout young ages, from the age 5, where you have to develop the flexibility. If you start at a later age, you can work. It's going to be really harder to develop because the muscles already developed the way they are and the way you are right now. So when your muscles are growing, that's the really good time to direct them to the right direction. So once you direct them to the right direction, they're going to stay the way they have to stay. If you become lazy and you don't turn out, and some teachers I know, some schools say, oh, it's not healthy, it's not good, you don't want to force the turnout, it's going to stay this way, you're not forcing that. Now, in terms of forcing, you have to understand, when you don't have a split and then you try to get your split, you're still forcing to get the split. Now, when you turn out, it's a little bit more dangerous because you're involving your knees. Now, if you're properly turning out, which is from the hips, and you actually guided by the right teachers, way to stretch, you're actually going to understand which muscles to use. There's a certain things besides flexibility. Let's say you're going on releve and you're having a hard time to stay there, you're still falling back. Besides turnout, there's other things. Okay, there's a placement of the hips, there's a placement of the body, there's a weakness of your ankle that not letting you to stay in right proper position. So as you can see, turnout can go all different ways. By watching YouTube or my video tips, you're not going to really understand till you have a hands-on with the right teacher to guide you how properly to get those muscles placed before you even start executing ballet. Now, this goes for the teacher and everybody else who's trying to do a classical ballet. Either you're an adult, you're a child, or you want to become a professional dancer. If you really want to get those turnout muscles to open up, you have to understand the muscles that are going to engage for you to turn out. That's one. Two, if you're young age, let's say age of 5 to 10, you're actually not allowed to stay in the first or second or fourth or fifth classical position till you really find those muscles and you strengthen them on the floor. Once they're strong enough, okay, you're not going to have that much problem when you are 12, 13, standing at the bar and forcing that turnout because you have those muscles, because you work on those muscles when you were a kid. But you haven't done that, of course they're going to tell you, don't force it. The truth they won't tell you, you don't have a turnout. So don't force it. Anyway, you're not going to become a dancer. That's the truth. But right now we have to be politically correct and we have to say, don't force your turnout. So that might take on turnout. So anyone who wants to become a ballet dancer or do it for fun, you have to recognize those things. Everybody's different. Everybody's muscles are different. Once you recognize them, you can actually develop the way you can execute things. But in order to do pirouettes, in order to be on balance, attitude croisée, effacée, and execute classical ballet, you need proper turnout. So everything is placed in the right place. You don't have turnout, you're going to have a hard time turning. You don't have a turnout, you're going to have a hard time balancing. Because everything is physics, it's a resistance. And I'm not going to get in too much in detail. Again, I'm just trying to explain this video what turnout is all about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, but check out our Learn Ballet online courses where we in detail explain Vaganova level 1, level 2 syllabus, where you go through each movement, what you need to know in certain ages. So when you're 12, 13, you don't do entrelacé. Sorry, your muscles, your body is not ready yet. Don't rush. It's a process. Don't forget to click like button, subscribe. Love you. Bye guys.